very easy. Because since we're people who are instinctively ready to respond against acts of injustice, anytime there's one little act of injustice, we can blow it up and we'll find people who come and make some mass demonstration around it. Miss Sally lost a job. Let's rally. She'll get a job back. People will come and rally. So-and-so got kicked out of school because the teacher's unjust. The unjust, the people will come and rally. They will come to rally at issues. And this is what mobilization does. It mobilizes people around issues. Those of us who are revolutionary are not concerned with issues. We're concerned with the system. The difference must be properly understood. The difference must be properly understood. Mobilization usually leads to reform action, not to revolutionary action. If we would look scientifically at the October 16 million and more march, we would see clearly that this was a mobilized event, not an organized event. We must know clearly the difference between mobilization and organization. One of the characteristics of mobilization is that it is temporary. Organization is permanent and eternal. Clear differences must be made because the unconscious can usually be captured easily around one-issue items, around mobilization items, but it's hard to catch them around organization. But these unconscious must be brought to organization. We must transform mobilization to organization. We say the enemy will come and use mobilization to demobilize us. Many brothers and sisters who've been to the million and more march will say to you, I was there. Well, what are you doing today, my sister? I was there. There weren't too many sisters out there, but you know, with a million brothers together, you know where I had to be. I was there. And then, of course, you find brothers, yeah, I was there. I helped you. What are you doing today, brother? If we're not careful, we allow mobilization to become events. The struggle is never an event. It's a process, a continual, eternal process. We say it is our job to use mobilization to drive us to organization. You know our theme is organization. We want power. We don't want money. We don't want fame. We don't want fortune. We don't want popularity. We power. Power. And power comes only from the organized masses. Power comes only from the organized masses. Therefore, since this is what we're concerned with, power, and we as a Pan-Africanist, we have every right to be concerned with it. Africa, after all, is the richest continent on the face of the earth. Properly organized should be the most powerful continent on the face of the earth. Therefore, our drive towards power is clear. We want power, and we can only have power through the organized masses. Of course, capitalism, a system which in deforming our thinking always seeks to make it appear as if the organized masses. A sister who's been involved in activities over a period of years, she said, Kwame Ture, so when you say a mass party, what do you mean? I said, I mean a mass party. She said, but the APRP goes everywhere in England, they go in the Caribbean, in the United States, in Africa, and they're always saying about a mass party. What do you mean? I said, every African in the world inside our party. She said, are you going to get that? I said, that's what I'm working for. And if I don't get it, my granddaughter going to get it. But I'm working for it. Her disbelief comes from the fact that capitalism tells us that, well, you can be scientific about everything except human nature. That people are so different, they have such different tastes, such different tra-la-la-la, that you can't bring them together under the same roof. This is a lie. We will never tire of saying it. Capitalism does not lie some of the time. It lies all of the time. When it tells the truth, it's a result of a double lie. It's a logical fact. It's a logical fact. So capitalism has us believe that you can't organize all the people around the same thing. That's not true. You can organize all the people around one thing, truth. But capitalism will try to make it appear as if the truth is not one truth, but anybody can have the truth. This is stupidity. Nobody's born with the truth inside of them. If they were, they wouldn't need to live. We come to know the truth from outside of us. Some people think that they know the truth because they were born to know the truth. That's a lie. You know the truth from constant struggle against lies. That's how you know the truth. Constant struggle against lies. For example, they try to make it appear as if we Africans will not arrive at uniting ourselves even the question around our identity. Well, you may call some of them Africans, but some call themselves black, some still call themselves colored, that's fact, they do that. But this is because they've been miseducated by a system which seeks to keep us divided. And this is the truth. And this is it. Obviously, we cannot be all of us so many different things. We must be one thing. Of course, for our party, there's no question. As for the United African Movement, we're Africans. End of discussion. End of discussion. This struggle is not an easy struggle. The struggle to go from Negro to black was a difficult struggle. Capitalism did everything to roll it back. He even had us confused. I'm not black, look at me, I'm brown colored. Yes. I'm not black, I got Indian blood in me. What nonsense they didn't have us say just to run away from the truth. We told them then, it is more difficult to go from Negro to black than it is to go from black to African. Many people criticized us for our efforts. Oh, in the 1970s, we had our last press conference. We said, we're going to put the word Africans on the lip of every African in America, and we're not going to use the capitalist media press. And we have done it, and we have not used the capitalist media press. As a matter of fact, the capitalist media press, in trying to stop us from going to Africans in America, tried to throw out African Americans. They did it. We saw the whole scene. It's our job. We followed it carefully. Of course, they want to say African Americans. Of course, that keeps us exactly where we are. If you're African American, you're not the same like an African Kenyan. And certainly not the same like an African Brazilian. And certainly not the same like an African Trinidadian, etc., etc., etc. But once you're just African, ain't no question. Ain't no question. You African, yeah, where you were born? Trinidad. You African, yeah, where were you born? Uganda. You African, yeah, where were you born? Egypt. You African, yeah, all Africans. Once you have proper identity, one of your biggest problems is solved.
Mr. Deity.
I'm a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I do, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I'm a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I'm a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greeks. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
said he's talking to the higher powers, I guess the government, about reparations. And I guess the numbers that they come up with were about 3. His name is Saul, here in Ngozi, Northern Light Shopping Center. You want more than just a nice cut? Good conversation, good vibe, good music. Come see me at 3512 Cleveland.
The African Heritage Diet consists of 6 lessons. Lessons where we reach back to our African heritage to find culturally appropriate health and wellness practices that help us to move forward as a people that are whole in mind, body, and spirit. Lesson 1 is herbs and spices. Lesson 2 are greens. Greens is the widest part in the base of the African Heritage Diet food pyramid. So many greens should be consumed. And as you move up the pyramid, those are the things that you consume in lesser proportionate amounts. Whole grains, lesson 3. Beans and rice, lesson 4. Tubers and mashes, lesson 5. Lesson 6. Fruits, vegetables, and a healthy lifestyle.
Shouts out to brother.
Shouts out.
Gye-Nyame.
Here we go.
Shouts out to my aunt Georgia. Love to you as well.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water.
simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that healthy air. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 What? Drink your water. Drink. 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 Drink your water.
Great day, great day, great day, family. It is Ujamaa. And I want to give all of the Ujamaa babies a round of applause. Oh, yeah. We're going to break down some of the stuff today. We're going to have our Toast and Talk, as we usually do during this time of the year. It's the most hungriest time of the year. You know what I'm saying? Hey. It's a great day. It's a great day. I am on day 11, and this is what we call the high point. I am exactly one day, I'm like over halfway. And at this point, I am at the peak of the 21 Dangusa Saba pyramid. So shit is going to start happening. So I go out to my car, sit in my car for a minute, and a dragonfly comes and lands on my antenna. Man, it's a powerful thing. Man, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. So we're going to see what else is going to happen, because we're going to start seeing the blessings of the fast in the next couple of days, family, and throughout the year. So some be some amazing things happening. So let's go on and let's do our toast. Let's go and finish this. We're gonna pour this. I'll pour this out to the ancestors after we get done. I want to hear pop. Ah, that was was all right. Let's see if we can get us a pop. We're going to get us a pop. We're going to use that. That might be good for something else. Yeah. I got a job for that. Let's try this. We're going to get us a pop. This is the fermented tea. Let's see if we can get us a pop. Oh, that was all right. But I had a pop a second ago. Let's see. We might better get us a pop. This is that cola nut. No. Nope. All right, let's see about the original. Is it going to pop for us this morning? Nah, this one ain't going to pop either. Nope. I need to put a different cork in that one. But, all right, no pop. No pop this morning. We'll have a pop pretty soon, family. Because we got some homeless ambrosia over here waiting for someone to adopt it. Right? But, hey, so first, man, so damn, I'm down to 155 pounds today. So, I think, was I 160 yesterday? So, yeah, for like 5 pounds a day. So, the way to start balancing out after tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day of the dry, but then we'll start picking up weight, probably on Emoja, picking up just a few pounds, building back up what we done broke down. All right. So right now, so what'll start to happen when you get into the intense part of the fast? My mouth is it's very dry. All right. So we're going to toast and talk. Y'all gonna have to do a lot of the talking because it's very dry today and tomorrow. It's gonna be very dry for me right now. But there is a sweet taste when your body starts the ketosis process. Like my body is going into right now. My energy was low. Now my body is gearing in and starting to burn some of the fat. You start getting a sweet taste in your mouth, right? It makes the water sweeter and all that. You know, when they talk about sweet water, water becomes sweet after you start, after the ketosis process, because as you start burning the fat, there's like a sweet taste. At least for me, I can speak for me. There's a sweet taste that's in my mouth, right? So it's like boom, as the fat start burning. So my first drink of water after this, water tastes so good. One of the reasons water is not appreciated by our children and by us because it's so prevalent for us right now. We got to remember there was times where people really had to work very hard to get water. And water was sweet because when you worked and you had to get it and your body would go into ketosis, you would be able to drink the sweet water. And then, I had to become an adult to understand what they meant when people was talking about sweet water. I'm like, what the hell you mean sweet water? This just plain water. Plain water. What, you talking about water with sugar? No, I'm talking about the sweet taste of water when you work, when you struggle for it. And a lot of that has been removed from us in this time, this struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like we get up. I mean, like I said, man, family, we eat from all over the world every day. Coffee from another part of the world. Sugar from other parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? Some of the fruits we eat from different parts of the world. We got to remember, we come from just less than 100 years ago. People were eating local shit. If it didn't grow where you lived, you didn't eat it. But now we have been blessed to live in an economy that enables us to share and to cross-pollinize cultures. Like one of my shows I did a few years ago, I brought all of the staple foods from different cultures, and I was like, this is like a first time that all these foods that were staples in certain groups. We had the African yam, we had the chia seeds from South America, the Kiona from South America. We had the rice. We had all this stuff laid out. These are staples from other places that if you wasn't in that place, you would never be able to experience. And we have that right here in America, which is hard, which makes it hard for us to really understand some of the stuff that's going on around the world, because some people still understand the sweet taste of water. And it's hard to beat people that get down and really get the sweet taste of water, because they're used to working for the basics. We're not used to working for the basics no more. It's prolific. It's a human right. When at one point in time you had to go and, go to the watering spot and watch for alligators. Or you had to dig a well and be able to have the mechanism to get the water up out the well. Or you had to walk a couple of miles to get some water during certain times of the year. So we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So family, first off, we're going to start our toast. Let me see if I'm missing any messages. Nope. All right. And I know some of y'all like, where the black signal? I'm not getting my signal. Y'all got to go on and click. Y'all got to like, subscribe, click the bell, get your notifications so you know when we up live on Gye-Nyame Journey, or get on Discord. It's just that easy. Get on Discord so you can keep up with us, right? Because, hey, I don't know what type of energy y'all going to bring out of me today, if any. And if not, I will see you tomorrow. My fault tonight. We have tribal quotes. And let me pull out where we are today. Tribal quotes. Yeah, I got a lot of books. Okay, there we go. Another thing that wasn't as prolific as it was right now, books, right? Books used to be a sign of wealth. Let's see. We didn't get a chance to do the ones from last week. So last week would have been I don't know. 5/28/20. 6/4/20. The secret to open air. Nope, we did that one. And the original name is The Essence. Nope. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Because the human being is spirit, the human being may communicate with spirit, say the knowledge holders. Once again, anime, where you at? Where you at? This is your time to shine. Because the human being is spirit, the human being may communicate with spirit, say the knowledge holders. Because the spirit is imperishable, the human being is imperishable, say the knowledge holders. Time stamps the spirit qualities. And the third one, discipline is the conservation of the gifts of the first source, say the knowledge holders. Discipline is the conservation of the gifts of the first source, say the knowledge holders. You can have have us a nice conversation tonight. We got the book, and of course I can find these in here. Page, this is verse 138 right here. Because the human being is spirit, the human being may communicate with spirits and the knowledge holders. You would scribe it out. Then you pick out keywords in there for yourself. Then, from there, you would go to define the keywords you identify. Grab that dictionary, do some work. Dictionary. If you don't remember what that is, that's that big book. I got one around here somewhere. Write the proverb out in your own words. And how does this proverb apply to you today? Powerful. Powerful. You know, and that'll lead discussion tonight. So we'll be doing that tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be having tribal quotes, blowing up old paradigms. Speaking of that, I need to remind you, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of December production, and of course you know that this is the Daily Toast, and we're doing Toast and Talk Ujamaa. Once again, and we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Oh man, let's get to this toast. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose. Call that Creator. We lift up this glass. We salute that Creator, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors, those who laid the foundation for us, for those that, in a sense, we suffer for, and we suffer through, right? We lift up our glass and we salute each and every last one of them. The ones that stood up for us, the ones that took care of us, the ones that made sure we were safe when we was learning how to walk, the ones that made the space so that we could crawl around and explore the world safely. We lift up our glass, we salute, and remember those that prayed for us, and those that poured for us, and those that washed us, those that gave us cookies and treats, and those that made us feel special, and those that made sure we understood where our place was in the world in the time we were in. We lift up our glass and we salute them. We call on the names. I'm going to go as far as I can, and then we'll grab the paper. As you see, my mouth is very dry. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigg, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pet Mott, Ron Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojos Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Burpro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, the Luxter brother, Miss Eva Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Dorton, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mel Del Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agoso, Sue Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Porter Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Selwell, Libby the Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodolus Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Lena Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Nada Johnson, Florence M. Carton, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Trisha Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hader Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie E. Quells, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Delrita Johnson. Let me go back. Delrita Johnson. Delrita Johnson. Well, let's Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Levita. Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Ward, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Harry Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Arthur Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Don Mattel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Bay, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Diddy Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Polani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Honest Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scannellberry, Wilson Haley, Alma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Calvin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Ramsey Evans, I lost my, Charles Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Suann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenball, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donnie Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Crochet, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca Alessandro, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harrington McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno, Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Hughes Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Rome Alls, West Staten, Joe, Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Liddy Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Rue Beard, Tim Butler, Ramy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley, Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert D. Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Love Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. We have also in our black book, we have, Joella Giles, James Carswell. We got Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Poore and Lottie Gaucher. We got Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top with Stina Banks. Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasonda Lynette Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, L.L.T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac C. Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Saber Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita, Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Dunkins Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Reason, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh, Mona, Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Herman Reeves, Pam Johnson, Vera and Reese Fisher, Jerry Jassa McCallop, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, and Panchita Alba. We lift up our glass and we salute those ancestors and we say the powerful word, the magic word, Ashe, from their family. Where do we go? We go to the present moment. Right now, we are in Ujamaa. So once again, we want to give those born on Ujamaa a round of applause. And as I do every day, family, I want to challenge you to seek out the principle of Ujamaa. Activate your reticular formation and get out there or get in there, depending on where you are and how you are practicing or taking care of yourself during these pandemic times, right? Your principles are out there. Your principles are in you. Your principles are around you. We are asking you to seek out Ujamaa. And for those that don't speak the language and don't know what Ujamaa is, you need to get with us on our free e-course. Free Gye-Nyame That's free Gye-Nyame What's holding you back? Why y'all ain't clicking it? All right, but hey, I'm just saying. But anyway, those that have clicked, I want to thank you. But anyway, my body is eating me up. My body is eating on me right now, so I'm burping up every few seconds. So excuse me. So, family, for those that don't speak the language, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. The principle of the day, far as Mayat, is reciprocity. The M7 is gratitude. The color is green, as you see by the shirt. Polarity is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Yao. Female is Ya. So let's go and do a quick study of that real quick. Hold on. Grabbing my book. All right. We are on Yawada. I think that's a Yawoada. Yawoada. That's, I guess, the tree name or the Awe name for the day. Female is Ya. Male is Ya. So Ya. All right. So let's go and read a little bit about them. This day, Yawoada. Now Yawoada originate from Koyowoda. Ko stands for life. Ya stands for a being. And wo means reproduction. For example, in tree, you can say wawu or wawo, meaning she gave birth. So all in all, this means it's reproduction day. Oh, it is the day that God created the living beings in order for them to be fruitful and to reproduce and fill the earth in the sea as well as on land. Yas are very pleasant to be around, quite charming and very attractive. They find it quite amusing to please and entertain others. They love life tremendously. They are capable of communicating with much ease. That is, diplomatically, when need be, and with humor if it fits. Yas tend to be hypersensitive as well, but all in all, they are social beings. On top of that, they are filled with a tremendous dose of courage. They are fair and just people. They do not entertain nonsense and injustice, and will hence always fight for what's right. Like the awesome Ya Asantiwa. Ujamaa born males. Yas are highly sociable, confident, and easygoing people. They have a big heart, and they are also blessed with a good dose of charisma. It also appears that these men are quite eloquent and gifted in the art of speech. Talent of persuasion is like second nature to them. They are bright and very good at blending in. Their flair is that they may be easily distracted and hence not see things through to the very end. Sometimes lack of commitment may come across as overconfidence, but all the same, Yas are dreamers, enjoy the simple things in life, and are super fun. So y'all learned a little bit about your day name today. Let's see, hold on. So let's get to the other part. The hermetic law today is polarity. Let's get to it. All right, the book I'm coming from is Maintaining Peace and Power Through Troubled Times. All right? Maintaining Peace and Power Through Troubled Times. Law 4, Law of Polarity. Everything has two poles, or a complementary, antagonistic opposite, positive, neutral, negative. See it? Let me move this thing so I can make sure y'all seeing it. Right there. Move it closer. There you go. Positive, neutral, negative. Definition. Everything is double. Everything has two poles. Everything has its opposite pair. Similar and antagonistic. Beings are alike. Opposites are identical in nature, but differ in degree. Extreme, touch. All paradoxes can be reconciled. Everything in the universe has an opposite. Relation, for instance, consider male, female, hot, cold, long, short, day, night, good, bad, hard, soft. Each of these opposites are composed of the exact same elements. The other difference has to do with degree. Love and hate are comprised of the exact same emotion. However, considering the scale and range or degree, they appear to become opposite. Love, then you got neutral, and hate on the other end. The same thing. Thesis and antithesis I was speaking of yesterday. The emotions that it takes to love is also the same emotion it takes to hate. The thing that makes the difference is the perception or the application of the feeling. Another way to state is the direction or degree of things. Looking at the same continuum in terms of an emotion, do you see how easy it would be to flip from love to hate based on a simple change in perception, event, or other environmental circumstances? Love and hate are composed of the exact same emotion, but exist at different degrees of the same emotion. All right. And another example, and we'll stop after this. Another example would be water. Water can manifest as liquid or solid. A simple elevation in temperature can change water to liquid, and decrease in temperature to below 32 degrees converts water to ice. All right, so we're going to stop. But that's right there. All right, I think that's it for today. Also mentioned paradox, of which I spoke. Yes, Brother Kwame, you often ahead of the curve. Just go and accept it, man. Just go and accept your greatness. Just leave it alone, man. All right, but anyway, so we broke down some of those today. We can have more in-depth talk in the e-course and in the free, the G&J free e-course. You know what I'm saying? Or free GNJecourse.com. We do some of that. But anyway, on with the toast. So we're going from the present moment. We lift up our glass. We salute it. We toast our children's children onto infinity. And we raise our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to our future generations, our children, our children's children onto infinity. And we lift our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Y'all ready? From here, we go to all of our relations. Ashe. From all of our relations, we move to that selfish toast. What is it that you need right now in this moment to be the best that you could be? We lift up our glass, we say Ashe. Now we also added a toast for the tribe. We're going to toast our Gye-Nyame tribe, right? toasting our tribe. Toast your tribe, family. Lift up your glass, toast your tribe. We toast and we say, Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most beautiful, the most excellent, the most wise, the most intelligent, the most powerful individual in the room right now. I lift my glass up to you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Now listen, my mouth is dry as hell. I'm not gonna stay on here. I feel like I got a mouthful of sand. So family, I will see you tonight. All right. I'm gonna try to get the energy together, keep it moving a little bit, get the stuff burning, and I don't have to rinse my mouth out or something. But anyway, family, this is Brother Hot Tim, and I'm saying peace, power. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we saying Gye-Nyame, I'm out.
Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see. Now, let's take a journey. Tell me what you see. Let's take a trip for discovery. Look into the background, working in the sands. The pyramid builder as the first man. Following the pole star straight from our hearts. Evolving from the black, cause the black is where it starts. Original, my brothers. Consisting of kings, priests, architects, and lovers. Four brothers, we move on. I think I use my melanin and step into the sun. It's a glorious, a beautiful, a bright, shiny day. Think I call upon the gods and let them know I'm on my way. A tisket, a tasket, no money for a casket. Look into community as things are getting drastic. Evolving from a sleeper, straight into a Mac. Looking at my ride as my brother sell a crack. Where does it come from? Where does it grow? The answer to these questions everybody knows. Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Nah, let's take a journey, tell me what you see. Let's take a trip for discovery. Sitting on the seashore waiting for a ship. Chains on my hands, swords on my hips. Don't want to move to the fury of the lash. This is a glimpse of what happened in the past. So back on the ship, it's so hard for me to breathe. Exposed to the elements, heat and disease. Brothers just a dying and the church a sharp bait. Chain up, I have to listen to my sisters getting raped. Lying on the hard floor, shits in my hair. Hits were balls, little pits in the air. Trying to survive, but death's still my bet. But I know I'm gonna make it, cause my soul out the wreck. I lie in prep. The ship just nod, but who else could make this journey but a God? Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look outside and tell me what you see. Discovery, discovery. Look inside and tell me what you see.
Ayimbobe is an acronym. Mind, Body, and Universal Balance Empowerment Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, Mbube, mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black, too strong? Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black.
Born to be great.